Good morning everyone. Today I am going to present the topic Blackboard System Architecture, which is a collaborative problem solving architecture in artificial intelligence. In this presentation, I will explain what a Blackboard system it is, its main components, how it works, and how different knowledge sources cooperate to solve complex problems. First, let us understand what Blackboard System Architecture means. A Blackboard system is a specialized problem-solving model in artificial intelligence. It is mainly designed to solve complex problems that cannot be handled effectively by a single algorithm or a single source of knowledge. Instead of depending on one technique, the system uses multiple independent expert modules, which are called knowledge sources. These knowledge sources cooperate with each other through a common shared workspace called the Blackboard. Each expert contributes its own specialized knowledge and the solution is built step by step. This architecture is inspired by the way human experts work together. For example, when solving a complicated problem, different experts may contribute their own areas of knowledge to reach a common solution. So, the main idea is collaboration between multiple experts through a shared workspace. To understand the Blackboard architecture more easily, we can compare it to a team of experts working together. Imagine that we have a complex problem and a group of specialists. There is a shared space called the Blackboard where the current problem state and partial solutions are stored. Each expert continuously observes the Blackboard. When an expert sees information that is relevant to its area of knowledge, it contributes its expertise. As different experts contribute their results, the solution gradually becomes more complete. No single expert is responsible for solving the entire problem. Instead, the final solution is achieved through the combined efforts of multiple experts. So, the basic flow is problem, then shared Blackboard, then multiple experts, and finally the final solution. Now let us look at the three main components of a Blackboard system. The first component is the Blackboard. It acts as a shared global workspace. It stores the input data, the intermediate result, and the hypothesis, and eventually the final solution. The second component is the knowledge source or KS. These are independent expert modules. Each knowledge source specializes in a particular task. They read information from the Blackboard and write their result back to it. The third component is the control component. It monitors changes in the Blackboard and decides which knowledge source should act next. It controls the execution order and timing of the system. Therefore, these three components, Blackboard, knowledge sources, and control component, work together to solve complex problems. This diagram shows the different components interact with each other. First, the input enters the system. The information is then stored in the central Blackboard. Different knowledge sources such as expert 1, expert 2, expert 3, and expert 4 observe the information available on the Blackboard. Each expert performs a specific task based on its area of expertise. In input, external data enters system. Central Blackboard stores data, result, and hypothesis. And expert 1 reads and contributes knowledge. And the expert 4 hypothesis solutions. Now let us understand how the Blackboard architecture works step by step. First, the input problem is placed on the Blackboard. Second, all the knowledge sources examine the current state of the Blackboard and check whether they can contribute something useful. Third, the control component identifies the most relevant knowledge source and it selects it for execution. Fourth, the selected knowledge source processes the available information and adds a new partial result to the Blackboard. Fifth, the Blackboard is updated with this new information. This update may create new opportunities for other knowledge sources to contribute. Finally, this cycle continuously repeated until enough information has been collected and the complete solution is obtained. Now let us discuss the advantages of Blackboard architecture. There are complex problem solving, expert collaboration, flexible problem solving, and others are the advantages of Blackboard architecture. Although Blackboard architecture has many advantages, it also has some limitations. The first limitation is complex control. Designing an effective control strategy to decide which knowledge source should act next can be difficult. The second limitation is difficult interactions. When many knowledge sources are involved, managing their interactions can become complicated. Another limitation is computational overhead. Continuous monitoring and coordination of different knowledge sources may increase the computational cost. Also, designing an effective Blackboard structure for a specific problem is not always easy. Next is real-world applications. They can be used in speech recognition where different stages process audio and convert it to text. There are speech recognition, medical diagnosis, computer vision, robotics, decision support, AI problem solving. To conclude, Blackboard architecture is a collaborative problem solving model in artificial intelligence. It mainly consists of three components: the Blackboard, knowledge sources, and control component. The knowledge sources work independently, but they communicate indirectly by reading from and writing to the shared Blackboard. The architecture is especially useful for solving complex problems that require different types of expertise. In simple words, the Blackboard system works like a team of experts working together, where each expert contributes its own knowledge and the final solution is developed gradually through collaboration. Thank you for listening to my presentation.